All right, my friends, we are gonna do a little 10-minute-ish mobilization routine. We're gonna just kind of hit all of the major spots with some joint circles that we call CARs, controlled articular rotations. Not important, just moving through, feeling refreshed and good. So let's start at the top actually, and we could start kneeling, and we'll do our neck first. So I want you to begin by just sitting comfortably, draw your chin in, roll your chin down to your chest, and then think about scraping your chin along your chest. Drop your ear to your shoulder behind you. Work your way all the way around to the other shoulder. And then scrape the chin back across. That's one rep. Let's do one in the opposite direction. So just resetting. Chin goes down. Chin scrapes over. Ear drops behind. I'm not bringing my shoulders along with me. I'm nice and relaxed, moving in the biggest pain-free range of motion that I can. Okay, the most of this will be from quadruped from here. We're gonna go next into some cat-cow. So we work the top part of our spine. Let's work the rest of it by beginning to push the floor away from us and making a big rounded shape with our upper back. I want you to feel your pecs engage a little bit and just think about pushing the ground away. And then with this position, I want you to take an inhale and then an exhale. And then as you exhale, keep exhaling that air out so you feel your abs kick on a little bit. And on the following inhale, try to send that space to your upper back. Take one more breath like that. So we exhale, abs kick on a little bit. Following inhale, getting nice expansion and contraction of your rib cage. And then let's go through our cat-cow. We're gonna start at our tail. We're gonna lift our tailbone up to the ceiling without moving the rest of our spine yet. We're gonna continue now up our mid-back. We can kind of feel our spinal erectors, those muscles that align our spine working to extend our back. My chest pulls towards the floor. I lift up and I look to the ceiling. I'm gonna take another breath here. Trying to fill my upper chest with air, and then let's work back. Start at the chin. Tucking the chin, then beginning to push the ground away, rounding the upper back, then moving to the mid-back. Pelvis gets involved. We tuck our tail to finish. Let's take one more breath here. And then let's just go fluid for one rep. So we're just moving without stopping now. We felt it the first time, now we're getting better at it. We work from our chin on the way back, push the floor away, round the mid-back, tuck the tail. We're back where we started. Cool. From here, we're gonna stay in a quadruped position, but just kind of in between those two shapes. Then we're here, just relaxed, but I'm not gonna, through the rest of the motions, bend my elbow. I want to think about these 3 points as being pretty equal, and a little bit of tension here is okay. We're going to start by lifting our shoulder, or our arm rather, up and out to the side. So like a Y position, right? So if I go here and I get a big scapula shrug, I don't want that. I want to think about the top of my snatch. I'm locked into position, lifting as high as I can without rotating for more height. Once I can't go any higher, I'm gonna start to turn my thumb towards the floor, right? And I'm wringing out as much rotation as I can. So I've got 2 things going on. I'm lifting up and rotating, and then I'm gonna continue lifting and rotating as I make my way all the way around. So I'm as wound up as I can be, which means I'm at the end range of my joint, which is where I wanna work. Then I'm gonna lift my thumb up to the ceiling. I'm gonna fight as high to get it as high as I can. I unwind the shoulder, let it pass right back through that path that I started with. Cool, that can be like a practice learning rep. Let's get one more rep here. We lift up, can't lift any higher. Cool, I rotate. I wring out as much rotation as I can as I work my arms slowly behind me, finishing at the pocket. Then I lift my thumb up to the ceiling, work my way back around, and I'm back at the start. Cool, let's do the other side. Lifting the arm up, fighting for more space, can't get it, cool, I rotate. Take your time. You can even play with making a fist here, that's fun. Just different ways to add tension to the system. And then we're gonna lift back up, fight for more height, unwind the shoulder, make my way back through. One more rep, fighting for height, rotating through the sticky point, taking my time, keeping good tension in my support arm, right? My other arm's still working, my abs are still a little on. I'm not totally loosey-goosey. That's 2 reps on the shoulders. So we've done the shoulders, done a little bit of spine movement, and we did some neck. So let's move to our hips. We're gonna get some hip movement. And we're gonna start with a hip car, just like we've been doing. Here, you'll see my spine move a little bit, but the idea is that we wanna minimize that. We wanna just work from our hip joint. So to start, make that solid base like we did before. Then lift your knee up, right? But I could lift it higher, but it's gonna mean I'm gonna have to do a big change in my spine, and that's the thing that's moving, not my hip. So let's keep it just hip. How high with a back kind of neutral looking can you lift your knee? You'll feel your hip flexor turn on. Lift the knee out to the side. You'll feel the outside of your hip turn on. When you can't lift up anymore, you're gonna rotate. This is internal rotation. I'm doing my best not to drop my knee as I rotate, right? So I don't want this. I wanna go from that position I hit and now pretend like my knee's on a shelf as I rotate up. When I can't rotate any further, you'll notice at the end range, I start to bring my back. I don't want that. I'm gonna work my way around to a donkey kick. Okay, in this donkey kick position, I should be able to feel my glutes engaged, my abs engaged, right? It's hip extension, not lumbar. And then I'm bringing it through to the finish. We work in reverse, we kick it up, we bring it out to the side. It's like we're stepping over a fence kind of in this position. We come up towards the elbow, feel our hip flexor kick on. And now you know how to do it. Let's move a little more fluidly. We're gonna go knee up, and we're gonna open, internally rotate, work our way around a hip extension like a donkey kick. I can feel my glute on, my hammy's still engaged. I've got tension there. Kick up, but don't bring your back. Work your way around to the side. Really, really nice for a hip warm up or just to get some movement the day after squatting or deadlifting so that we can promote some recovery and move some fluid along. Just feel secure that we're not like wincing every time we sit on those rest days. Let's do the other side. We're starting by lifting up, right? Hip flexor engaged. We open out to the side, not bending my elbow. Can't go any higher. Internally rotate. Work my way around. Got good tension in my glute. Bring the knee through. Kick back. Don't bring your back along with you. Work your way out to the side. Up towards the elbow. Take a breath. Reset that tension. Last rep for the hips here. We're going up. We're opening to the side. We're internally rotating, finding hip extension, coming down, reversing. Kind of make this as hard or as easy as you want. You know, you can push really hard, squeeze really hard, or you can move more fluidly if that's what you need today. So we just hit this routine. We've done our neck, the rest of our spine, our shoulders, and our hips, kind of the main movers in our lifts. I hope working through some joint circles and movements helps you feel a little more refreshed and recovered for your next day of training. Get after it.